This is Night Rider, pass off number 2. In this case, we're going to go from 27 to 47. Okay, so look at, these are the things you need to think about. The first 3 notes, well, when you start at 27, not just the first 3, but the first 4 measures, you're playing all on the G string, okay? So make sure you start with your elbow tucked. And if you notice, do you see back here, this is when you actually go to the G string. So you should have already tucked your elbow. Keep your fingers nice and high above the string and make sure you're curving them and feeling that the third finger and the second finger are close and that the second finger is stretched nice and far away from the first finger. Okay, so you should have a big stretch between 1 and 2. 2 and 3 should be closer. Okay, when you get to the dotted half note, make sure that you're counting 3 complete beats. Don't just assume you're doing it right. And the reason is when you're playing quarter notes, the cellos are playing dotted half notes. And when you're playing a dotted half note, the cellos are playing 3/4 notes. So if you miscount that, we're going to be in the wrong place. We won't be together when we get here to measure 29. So you have to count these dotted half notes with extra care. Okay, so now you're going to go from a dotted half note to 8th notes. The reason a lot of you are slowing down right here is because you're not adjusting. You've used a whole bow on the dotted half notes, and most of you are doing that. I'm really proud of you for that. But then when you get to the 8th notes, you're forgetting. You should probably only use 4 inches of bow there. So you have to make that big switch right on this measure, okay? Now here's the measure with that rhythm where they change the rhythm on you. And these 2 measures may take a couple of tries on your own before you can play through the whole passage. So let's say that rhythm together. Ready, go. Ba, 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 ba. Or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's say it one more time on ba. Go. Ba, 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 ba. That'll probably be the easiest way for you to remember it. Remember when you get here, these dotted half notes, you got to go back to counting very carefully. So please go ahead and draw those tick marks. That's just a reminder. Hey, dude, count, okay? Then when we play through this next section, be careful of your placement of F natural. Only center it. Don't squeeze it, okay? So a lot of our problems on these low 2 positions is that you're putting your second finger way too close to first finger. Remember that it should be centered between 1 and 2. There's a crescendo here. Oh, by the way, look at that. There's a crescendo before in measure. Can't really read the measure. Measure 33. There we go. So can you draw it? Because our brains really prefer to see it written down. So go ahead and draw a crescendo there. Oops, the stand is moving on me. Well, I may not be able to draw mine with one hand. The pages are moving. Okay, you draw a better crescendo. Okay, I did a bad job. Then in this measure, you got to get ready for col legno, and remember that col legno is played at the tip of the bow, not anywhere else. So you got to move your bow to the tip. Okay, I hope that explains it. Please pardon my terrible crescendo here. You make a better one.